Alright guys and gals, Crypto Kurt here with another crypto video, and today I have a bit of a thought experiment, and the question for you and me is it possible to invest $2,500 into Cardano today and retire on the proceeds from your rewards 10 years from now? Now, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, and this video should be used for education and research purposes only. So where I'm at is I'm on the Cardano.org staking calculator. So you can come in here and we'll just go through how this works. So the rewards predicted by this calculator are only an estimate. Staking ADA provides ADA holders with rewards in addition to the potential market price gains. The more ADA you stake, the more rewards you earn. And I should just state that the rewards that you're earning are actual ADA tokens. Now you can do more than hodling. See how much rewards you can possibly earn by staking ADA. The disclaimer, this calculator only predicts an estimate of the rewards. The actual amount of ADA earned may vary and will depend on several factors, including actual stake pool performance and changes to network parameters. The annualized equivalent returns given by this calculator assume that you delegate your stake to the same stake pool for a 365-day period, and that stake pool performance and other settings are consistent over that time frame. Cardano provides this calculator for guidance only and accepts no responsibility for any discrepancy between estimated and actual rewards. This calculator is for guidance only. So let's scroll down a little bit and you'll see that we have a couple choices here. We can run a stake pool or we can delegate our stake, and we're going to be delegating our stake. And what I'm going to do is jump over here to CoinGecko real quick, and you can see that at the moment Cardano is trading for 10.6 cents. Now we're going to be using a spreadsheet that I built earlier in the week, and when I did that it was closer to 10 cents. So for the purpose of the thought experiment, I'm going to use a buy price of 10 cents. And let's come over here and look at this calculator. So if you had $2,500 and the price of Cardano was 10 cents, you would end up being able to buy 25,000 Cardano. Now, obviously, you're going to have a fee in there as well, which might reduce that. But again, we're trying to keep the numbers pretty straightforward. So for 25,000 ADA, if you stake that for 1 year, we'll scroll down here and you can see that this is your rewards over each epoch. And you can see that we would basically earn 1,285 ADA, right? Now, that's also assuming a 5.14% interest rate, which is what was given to us by the calculator. So we're going to go ahead and run with that. Now, again, let's just remember that number, 1285. So I'll bring you over to my spreadsheet. So here we are. Here's our original investment of 25,000 ADA, right? So $2,500 divided by 10 cents, and we get 25,000 ADA. Remember, again, we've got 1285 as the total payout. So what this calculator doesn't do is this calculator does not have the ability to do any compounding. And compounding is part of how this experiment may or may not work, but it's certainly a very important part of the thought experiment. So this is what I've done with this spreadsheet. It's basically I've built a compounding calculator. So we start with 2,500, and again, remember, at the end of year one, we get 1,285, so you'll see that 25,000 plus 1,285 gives you 26,285. And that's what each of these numbers is. Each of these numbers simply means that we've held the ADA for an entire year, and at the end of that year, we're going to get some rewards, and we're going to put that back into the staking. And we're just going to do that year after year. So we're compounding our rewards. We're not keeping our rewards. We're not selling our rewards. We're actually putting it back into the staking calculator and into the staking pools. At the end of 10 years, the 25,000 ADA will now be worth 41,268 ADA. So that's your principal. That's never going to go away. That's how many ADA that you will have at the end of 10 years. But for this thought experiment, the concept is from year 11 on, we're actually going to liquidate our rewards. We're no longer going to be putting it back into the staking pool. We're going to be cashing it out and living off of those rewards as income. Now, I've just chosen some arbitrary numbers. Let's say that you want to retire on an average income of $50,000 per year. $50,000 per year divided out pre-tax is $4,166. And again, here's our interest rate that we've taken from the Cardano calculator page. So if we stick with our price of 10 cents, if we have 21 ADA, and that's a total for the year, right? So what I've done in this column is I've taken that number times that number divided by 12, so we actually get our monthly income. So at 10 cents, our monthly income from having 2,121 ADA given to us at the end of the year, or in each of the next following years, times 10 cents gives us 17.68. So that's a long way from the 41.66. So okay, let's say what happens if ADA goes to $5. So if ADA goes to $5, you're going to be looking at $883. Now, if you know much about the Cardano project, assuming a $5 price for Cardano in 10 years is in my opinion, a very low-balled number, right? Based on what Hoskinson wants to do with this thing and take this thing around the world and get billions of people on this thing, I think the value is probably going to be quite a bit higher. So let's just say it's $10. So it's $10. Now our monthly income is $1,767. You could probably live on that if you move to Thailand or the Philippines. But what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to match that number, right? So $20. Does $20 get us there? Not quite. So $20 ADA, $3,535. 22, that gives us 388. Let's go 24. That gives us 4242. So that's a little bit more. So let's go like 23.50. 23.50 gives us $4,154. Very close. You're talking, 12 bucks off or something. So that's going to be close if we go 23.75. There we go. So that's actually a little bit over. So we'll take a little bit over. So now the question is, yes, we could retire in 10 years by investing $2,500 in ADA if the price of ADA got up to $23.75. Now, again, this is a total thought experiment, so I'm not trying to prove that you can or prove that you can't. There's many variables here that we have to think about. First off, maybe you don't want, maybe 50,000 isn't enough. Maybe you want 100,000 or 75,000. So that's going to be another parameter that we need to look at. Maybe you invest more up front. Maybe you put in $5,000, so you get 50,000 ADA. At $23.75, now we're looking at eight grand plus a month, right? So that means we can go for a lower price. We can look at something like $17, and we're still making more. So again, we'll take $15. That's still more than our target number. So again, by putting an initial investment of a little bit more, we'll double the initial investment. Again, we're going to hit that number a lot quicker at a lot lower number. You also have the interest variable, right? So that's another big variable because that totally affects your compounding over that whole period. So ultimately, I guess the question is, do you believe that ADA can ever get to $23.75, which from an initial investment of $2,500 would provide you with a monthly income of $4,198 starting in year 11 from today's date? Pretty interesting. I think, again, it's a great experiment. Now, you could use the same concept for any token that pays a dividend, for any stock that pays a dividend. I mean, this is not rocket science. This is just looking at the possibilities of taking your tokens, compounding the rewards over a period of time, and then at one set date in the future, you stop compounding and you actually start consuming. So again, do you believe that ADA can get to $23.75? As I've stated, Charles Hoskinson and the whole platform, the whole protocol is going to be doing some really crazy, insane things, and we're so far away from even the Goguen live smart contracts and all that. I mean, that's all coming in the next couple of quarters probably. So we'll see how that all plays out, and we start looking at other projects being brought over onto the platform. But ultimately, take all that out, and all we need to do is basically figure out where we need to be. Now, you could also increase your investment over these years, right? So this is simply taking a one-off investment and just letting the dividends or the rewards compound. What if you actually started investing a little bit more every year as well? So what if you dollar costed average in, $100 a month or $50 a month? Again, these numbers would blow out when you start to increase the principal as well. So as I said, there's lots of ways to play this game. I don't want to take this video too long. It is a thought experiment. I'd love to hear what you guys think, what you think about the project, and do you think that this is possible? I honestly think that this is a true possibility, and this is one of many pillars that I'm building to actually provide me with the retirement 10 years from now. So with that, thank you for hanging out and listening. Hopefully you learned a little bit, and this is Crypto Kurt out.